Hello guys, welcome to lesson 26. Today I would like to talk about a very exotic scale called a Gypsy minor scale. Some people also refer as a Hungarian minor scale, but commonly known as the Gypsy minor scale. So like when I said exotic scale, I'm sure you know about exotic scale. Exotic scale means something to do with a native, something to do with a tradition or a culture, based on the culture or tradition of some some native or some place. I am not so sure where this scale is rooted to, but some say it is a Hungarian scale, so I believe it's from Hungary. But few people, some musicians says when they interact with the musicians over there in Hungary, they don't even know what is a Hungarian minor scale. So I'm not so sure if it is from Hungary, but it is commonly known as a Gypsy scale. So what is important for us now is to learn what is this, what is actually Gypsy scale, Gypsy minor scale, or how can we use them. So I was playing few of them before, and it sounds very exotic. It sounds slightly different from the rest of the stuff which we normally play. So let me show you a little bit once again how it sounds. Alright, so that is how the melody of the scale is. Alright, today I would like to use three concepts or three approaches to study a Gypsy minor scale. There could be more ways, but over here we're talking about learning things in the simplest way, so that it doesn't really eat up your head. But by doing by little tweaking here and there, I'm sure you should be able to learn this scale. If I teach you from the root or from the formula, it could be slightly difficult to catch to catch up with it, or maybe it might take time to master the shapes or master get familiar with the melody. But there are certain ways actually to master this scale. So the whole concept here is actually to simplify things. So let's see how much can I simplify. So let's have a look. So like I said, I have three approaches in learning a Gypsy minor scale. The first one, of course, I will just give you the straight formula how the scales are being derived. Today I would like to use A Gypsy minor scale. So the root note will be A, B, C, D sharp, E, F, G sharp, and then A. So these are the notes which are being played in this scale. Let me play for you one again. A, B, C, D sharp, E, F, G sharp, A. So maybe you can check the graphics later on and then see how the steps are being constructed. First, let me talk about the derivation in steps wise, in interval wise. So A to B will be tone. So that means first degree to the second degree will be the tone. First step will be tone. Second step will be a semitone. So that means 1 to 2 is a tone, 2 to 3, 2 to 3 is a semitone, 3 to 4 will be a tone plus semitone, since this is D sharp. Alright, tone plus semitone. So 1 to 2 a tone, 2 to 3 a semitone, 3 to 4 a tone plus semitone. Alright, and then the 4 to 5 will be a semitone, 5 to 6 will be again semitone, 6 to 7 will be a tone plus semitone, which you can play here, and you can finally hit semitone here, which come back to A. Alright, so tone, semitone, tone plus semitone, 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 tone plus semitone, and semitone. Alright, so this is how the intervals or how the scales even derived. So by knowing this formula, of course you can play anywhere here, maybe A, B, C, D sharp, Alright, so you can use this concept to derive a scale. It is very important to know this way, because in future you might want to derive a scale, or you might want to show it to somebody. This could be the only way actually to explain them or to write it out, so in written form, this is the correct way, I should say. So please do learn this. And the second way to derive or to understand a Gypsy minor scale will be by using a reference of a scale, of some scale which we have already learned. So in the second point, I'd like to talk about a harmonic minor scale. You remember a harmonic minor scale? Why I did harmonic minor scale? Because earlier, because I wanted to get into Gypsy minor scale. But why? Because by knowing harmonic minor scale, actually you have already learned, let's say, 90% of a Gypsy minor scale. So if you know harmonic minor scale, you know already 90% of a Gypsy minor scale. So let's see what is the 10% of it. Alright, so now let me use A harmonic minor to show it to you here. A harmonic minor is we play A, B, C, D, E, F, and then G sharp, A. Now if you raise the 4th degree of the harmonic minor scale and play them like the way you play harmonic minor scale, it will give you a Gypsy minor scale. Okay, let's see. If you raise the 4th degree of the harmonic minor scale, remember 4th degree raised by a semitone, it will give you a Gypsy minor scale. Let me play. Let's recognize which is the 4th note. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, D is the 4th note in case of A harmonic minor scale. So let's not play D and then raise by semitone, let's play D sharp. Alright, so let me play here. A, B, C, D sharp, E, F, then G sharp, like you play harmonic minor scale, A. So this is how you derive a Gypsy minor scale. So I think it's very simple. If you have known harmonic minor scale, then it could have simplified so much. So if you are not so sure of a harmonic minor scale, then it will be slightly difficult for you to learn this way. In case if you're not sure about harmonic minor scale, go back and just check the harmonic minor scale. Once you're fluent with harmonic minor scale, you come back and raise the 4th degree by a semitone of a harmonic minor scale and play them up, then you will get a Gypsy minor scale or a Hungarian minor scale. Alright, so I hope this is clear with you, and then I think this could be the simplest way actually to learn a Gypsy minor scale. If you have to learn like the first way of learning, like how I have explained according to the interval and the derivation of the scale, tone, semitone, tone plus semitone, 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 tone plus semitone, semitone, then that could be actually slightly difficult for you. It might take some time for you to master that. Let's go to the third way. The third approach in learning a Gypsy minor scale would be to apply in the concept of mode, in a modal way. Now if you're not so sure about how the modes work, then you might not be so sure how can you apply a mode to get a Gypsy minor scale. Alright, I'm going to be teaching you a mode soon, but since I haven't taught you modal works or how the modes works in a scale, you might be a little confused, but I will just try to simplify things and then let me explain it to you. If you use a Frisian mode and raise the 3rd and the 7th by a semitone, then it will give you a Gypsy minor scale. Suppose if you're fluent with the modes, and then if you play let's say E Frisian. Now if you play E Frisian and raise the 3rd by a semitone, raise the 3rd by a semitone and the 7th by a semitone, it will give you a Gypsy minor scale. It's like the way we study harmonic minor scale. If you know the Frisian mode, then it could have been as easy as the way you learn a harmonic minor scale. But nevertheless, if you know one way, that's it for you. But if you want to try this way, I will still explain to you. Alright, Frisian mode. Let's say E Frisian. So E Frisian would be E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E. This is E Frisian. Let me play for you again. You know. Now that you know E Frisian is E, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E. So basically E to E, you just count it out, E to E, and it will give you a E Frisian mode. Now if we raise the third and the 7th degree by a semitone of E Frisian, it will give you a Gypsy minor scale. Alright, so now let's find out what are the notes, what are the third and the 7th. What is third and what is 7th? Which one is the third? E, F, G. So now G is the third. So you don't play G anymore. You omit it and then you sharpen the G note, which will give you G sharp. E, F, G sharp. Alright. Then you play A, B, C. 7 is actually the E note here. So 1. Alright, so let's find out what are the Frisian notes. So first is E, second is F, third is G. So you raise the third by semitone, which will be G sharp. Okay, let's go to fourth. Fourth is the A, fifth is B, sixth is C, 7 is D. Then you need to raise D sharp. So that means 7 raised is D sharp again and back to semitone, root note here E. So now you have to raise D as D sharp and G as G sharp. So play G sharp and D sharp. Remember, G sharp, G sharp and D sharp. So let me play E Frisian mode, E Frisian scale with the G sharp and D sharp. E, F, G sharp, A, B, C, D sharp, E. Alright, instead of playing here, maybe I'll play G sharp. Alright, I'm exaggerating, of course, but these are the notes of the E Frisian raised third and the 7th. So if you raise the third and the 7th, it will give you a Gypsy minor mode, Gypsy minor scale, but it is still actually not a complete Gypsy minor scale because I am still playing from E. So now to be able to get A Gypsy minor scale, you play from the 4th degree of E Frisian, which is A. So you use the note of E Frisian note by raising 3rd and 7th, and then play from A to A, which is actually from 4 to 4, which will be A to A. So let me play E Frisian, raise 3rd and the 7th from A to A. So now if I play from A here, A, B, C, D sharp, E, F, G sharp, A. Remember, D sharp, G sharp. So if you add D sharp and G sharp, or a G sharp and D sharp, then you will get a Gypsy minor scale. So let me play for you A, B, C, D sharp, E, F, G sharp, A. So there could be more ways, of course, but then I think it is enough by using 3 ways. At least you can learn Gypsy minor scale properly. Even if you forget one way, there is another way. If you forget the other way, the third way is there, so you can use these three ways actually to learn a Gypsy minor scale. A clean guitar playing to overdriven to distortion, what I'm going to say is different genres or different style of playing, so it might give you a very interesting sound. Once you know the notes of the scale, then I think you will be able to play anywhere, of course, but just trying to show you one shape. Maybe I'll show you maybe two shapes so that you can at least start off with this. So come to A minor shape, open shape here, A, B, C, alright, A, B, C, that is on the 5th string. Then you play D sharp on the 4th string, D sharp, E, F. Then you go to the 1st fret here, 2nd string, which is G sharp and A. So likewise, you can continue the 2nd octave, A, B, C, D sharp, E, then F, G sharp, A. You can still add. So you have you have E here, open string, 6th string E, and then F, then G sharp. Or you can try, playing this kind of, you can get this kind of sound. So you can jam over actually using Gypsy minor scale over an A minor alter chord, A minor 7 sharp 11 kind of chord, A minor 7 sharp 11. You can play over this. So maybe you can try, maybe we'll try later. Alright, so I want to get into 2nd shape now. Okay, so 5th fret, A, B, C, D sharp, E, F, G sharp, A. Right, so let me talk about the the fret number. A, B, C will be 5, 7, 8. The next will be D sharp, E, F. D sharp, E, F will be 6, 7, 8. 5, 7, 8, 6, 7, 8. Next will be G sharp and A, which will be 6 and 7. So 5, 7, 8, 6, 7, 8, 6, 7. Okay, so this is the 1st octave. I would like you to continue to the next 3 strings. So it will be A here, then B here, which will be 4th fret, C, 5th fret. So 4th fret and 5th fret, B and C. Then I want you to go to the next string, which will be the same fret, 4, 5 and 6 this time, which will be D sharp, E and F. D sharp, E, F here. So it will be B, C, D sharp, E, F. Then we go to next string, which will be the 4th fret again, and the 5th fret. Maybe you can include the 7th fret, G sharp, A. This is where the scales end, the next octave. 4, 5. And you want to include here 3 notes per string, you can include here, because in your reach here, which is B here again. For fingering, you can try using, and you can jump here. You can try it. can try playing. Okay, so this is the second shape. I think you're clear with this. I hope you're clear with this. Now let's go to the third shape, maybe almost similar. The starting will be almost the same thing with the second shape. Just an extension from the second shape, I would say here. The third one here. So basically playing next octave towards the higher fret, 12th fret. So instead of playing here, you are actually moving up like this. So horizontally, you are actually covering the fretboard here. So I'll play for you slowly with fret numbers. First 3, 6 notes are the same. 5, 7, 8, 6, 7, 8. Alright, 5, 7, 8, 6, 7, 8. Then you play 6, 7, then here 9, 10. So 4 notes in this shape. So you can either you can slide. Alright, so it will be on the 4th string will be 6, 7, 9, 10. Then we go to the next string, which will be here 8, 9, 10. 8, 9, 10, which is D sharp, E, F. Then we go to the next string, which is 9 and 10, which is G sharp and A. So basically the octaves is over here, but you can still continue. A, which is 9, 10, 12, 13. You can slide here. 12, 13. Then you play 11, 12, 13 here one more time. Alright. So 9, 10, 12, 13. Then 11, 12, 13. If you want to include, you can include this. It's a 16, 17. The next higher octave here. So you are actually covering 3 octaves in this shape. So slowly. Okay, so this is the third shape. I hope you are fluent with this now. I hope you got it, what I'm trying to say. Okay, so now the practice pattern, maybe you can learn these shapes for now. The 3 shapes, I think it will do a lot for you. And then you can try the same principles once again, the note phrasing, maybe 2 note phrasing, 3 note, 4 note. So let me play 2 note and 3 note maybe. Three note phrasing. Okay, so a bit of mistake there in between. So that was a 3 note phrasing. 4 note, let's try. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that was a 4 note phrasing. So you can try over all the shapes, till the higher octave here. Okay, a little difficult here, but of course if you keep playing then it will come So now once you are familiar with all the shapes, and then once you started filling out all the pockets area wise, then maybe try playing melody over. Okay, so this kind of stuff, you can try incorporating them. Maybe I'll play maybe over A minor and F major 7, and let's see how it sounds. Alright, we can keep going the whole night, the whole day, but let's stop for today here. So I'm hopeful that you got something, and continue to practice this way. And there could be so many ways which you could, as you keep playing, you could come up with so many things, you never know. So keep playing, enjoy practicing them, and I will see you on the next lesson, which will be lesson 27. I will let you know what I'm going to teach you next lesson itself. I'm not going to say it now, but for now you practice this. Okay, so let's wind up for today. I'll see you soon. You guys take care.